Hi guys. So I thought this clip from Joe Rogan's recent interview with comedian Dave Smith, and at this point, he's so much more of a comedian. I think he's a political commentator. I like most of his takes, and he's just been hot all over the podcast now. And I really liked what he pointed out in this interview with Joe Rogan. And so I guess I'll watch Joe Rogan, so y'all don't have to. I'll watch all the old white guys that you don't want to watch, and I'll come back and report what it is that they said. So watch this clip of Joe Rogan with Dave Smith. I think it's very interesting.
So it's like you're trying to, there's something about it that was always like, it's always the liberal push for diversity is always like, we want different shades of people in our culture.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it was never like, there was never a thing where it's like, oh, we're going to go into the hood and we're going to adopt your culture. Like, that's not what we're talking about.
Which is why they hate black Republicans.
Yep. That's a big part of it.
That's a problem. They go after black Republicans so hard. Even harder, I think, than they go after a lot of white Republicans.
Oh, in some cases, much more viciously. Yeah. I mean, and I think we talked about Candace Owens before. That's part of what her freaking, boot camp before pissing off all the Israeli supporters was, is that she's already been through the fire.
Yeah.
Right? She's been an outspoken black female conservative. And that's like, they really hate that because they do kind of view you as like, which is fucked up in a way, but it really is kind of like they decided that they're the champion of women and black people, and therefore, if you're a black woman, it's your responsibility to support these liberal white women. You know,
she used to. That's the thing about Candace.
She went from
when
being
she was very young.
Right?
She was liberal,
and she was also a hardcore Zionist at one point, like very big supporter of Israel, and then changed her mind on that. But it is. There is a viciousness with which those people get attacked.
Okay, y'all. A lot was said, points were made, and as a black conservative, I can't even say Republican because I'm not a Republican. I'm an independent. But being black and not being liberal, people act like it's a crime. And the most heinous and nasty things that have been said to me have come from liberals and other black people. Like you're literally getting in trouble for people for wrong think or thinking differently. And if there's one thing that liberals hate is a black conservative, because how dare you think differently? You know what I mean? And I agree that to some extent, white women want to replace the patriarchy. They don't want to get rid of it. They just want to be in charge of it. They want to tell other people what to do because they're tired of being told what to do, instead of all of us getting together and deciding what should be done. So that's very interesting. I'm going to link the full episode to that podcast in the description. As always, go and watch it yourself, watch it in full. I thought it was very interesting. And before you do that, though, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to The Ratchet Christian for more bro stuff that you don't have to sit through, but I'll sit through it for you because I got you.